got a car from him? One for what? Spread your legs for me. Spread your legs wide in there. Tell me what though?
In case you missed the news, 6ix9ine was taken into custody by police for an outstanding warrant, driving without a license, and other offences. There are rumours on the court that they will stop letting him get away with it. It is expected that the news would result in punishment. While incarcerated, the federal government would take his $2.5 million property and his $1 million luxury cars.
Hey, 6ix9ine, boy, come get your shit, boy.
Lawful got repo.
Hey, I can say I drove 6ix9ine car. I got you. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. Yeah, I got you, my boy. 6ix9ine, come get your shit, boy. What the hell? Priority Towing, baby, the biggest in the city. This is a commercial right here. Priority Towing, the biggest in the city. Gotcha. Ah!
He's all saying.
Y'all flag up, man. Damn, 6ix9ine.
But did you know this arrest is happening only 2 days after...
However, did you know that this arrest was made only 2 days after 6ix9ine talked about Durk, who is currently being investigated for murder for hire, and Durk's wife, India?
Alright, so you want to bet 10,000 right now that...
Hold on. Durk is told about some other shit.
We talking about India.
She's a good girl. She's
You met her?
I haven't met her. But,
So why you saying she a good girl? Like,
because I hear the drama about everybody's relationship, and I know any rapper who could say something about me and they got a public girl, I could tell you who your girl off when she was mad at you. Like, I know all of that. I've never heard no dirt about her. Just to keep it a beat. Never heard nothing about her, period.
alright, but she gonna be faithful to the trial.
Yes.
Anything after that?
I mean, you never know how it goes. I mean, if somebody, how does it go if somebody's, again, I'm not wishing upon him, but if he gets life, like, how'd that go with your girl? She's supposed to be faithful or no?
Fans looked into it more though, and understood why the cops were after him. 6ix9ine owes over $22.4 million according to a new IRS statement. This is the exact reverse of 2017, when he inked his big deal for $7.5 million, leaving even admirers to note that he was undefeated in that year. Everyone can agree that anything he released was an immediate hit. However, 6ix9ine's career took a severe turn as he was implicated in a case involving 9 Trey. However, his hit song Goober brought him back to life. However, the feds began pocket-watching Tekashi 69 at this point.
Let me take all this jewelry up. I don't give my old jewelry back to get new jewelry. This is a $500,000. $500,000. Look at the diamonds in them teeth. And nobody got this watch. Well, I think like 2 people got it, but if you don't got this watch, we can't beef. Me and you are not in the same bracket at all. If you don't got this watch right here, this watch right here, this watch, over $500,000, why we can't beef? I broke the YouTube. I'm at 5 million views in 1 hour. Y'all can't even get 100,000 views. Listen, we can't beef. There's no beef. I'm the king. Y'all know this.
Dazzling millions of people over time, his brand new diamond vehicles, watches and chains gradually degraded. The same watches and chains are now for sale. According to a report released on Monday, the IRS plans to auction off much of 6ix9ine's jewelry, music plaques, and fancy bags in March. The jewelry goods displayed on the IRS auction page, Bruce the Shark, for example, is sold for $63,000, while his famous chain of water parks is listed for $36,000. However, things get worse because they're even selling 6ix9ine's music plaques for $1,000 down the road, which puts his debt in perspective.
Crazy news. 6ix9ine's most valuable possessions are for auction from the IRS. I mean, we're talking about some of his most iconic chains, even his famous grills. They're only going right now for $1,900. That's insane. We have the Jigsaw chain and the Spinner Shark chain. Those ones price, but We even have some of his bags, and all of his plaques are for sale too. Call me crazy, but some of these prices aren't even that bad. Like 10-carat white gold grills for $1,200, estimated worth $3,000 to $5,000. I mean, like, if you're about that flip life, this might be.
6ix9ine would even respond on his Instagram after this garnered widespread attention online. He used to add, "1 year ago, when I was stuck in RD for 8 months, the feds made a raid on the entire house because I did not report my income for 4 years. They could also see that I was evacuation and sheltering in the Dominican Republic. Despite the fact that I was unable to leave and fly to the United States, the Fed chose to continue investigating Tekashi 69 for not disclosing his income after 2 tapes were made public." In a bank vault, 6ix9ine was seen on camera holding a piece of jewelry that is now for sale and a safe that contained more than $1 million in cash dispersed over several floors. Then there is the famous video of 6ix9ine showing up at his new crib in the Dominican Republic, where he ordered all the supercars to be delivered and showed off what he said was $500,000. What if the New York King comes back tomorrow?
The King of New York is back tomorrow, April 15th. Listen, you know I don't address nothing. I'm never gonna address nothing. Y'all believe what y'all wanna believe. That's a half the ticket right there. You got 1 house right here, 2 houses right here, 3 houses right here, 4 houses right here, 5 houses right here, maybe 2 houses right there, you feel me?
Like Durk, who recently concluded, "Look on the news and see your son screaming, 'No, no.'" Rappers appear to not realize that social media is a digital footprint. On top of that, the record labels that pay you millions of dollars also file their taxes, reporting to the IRS your earnings as they deduct them from liabilities. Rondo was reprimanded for shouting when his best friend was killed by Durk's thugs.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
Nevertheless, 6ix9ine knew this was coming because he had been hiding for 3 years and had snitched on musicians without anyone noticing. To keep his music career doing well, he made fun of King Vaughn's passing in 2021. He will be dealt with, Breezy assures him, as they enter $600.
Iowa Department of Corrections, right? When they say violation, February 22nd, 21, right? What did they do that say, bro? It say I 6ix9ine, right? You feel me? You see they try how much time they try to give me, right? You gonna go to jail. I just went to jail for saying, come on, bro, this real, like, come on. I can't make this up, I can't.
According to 600 Breezy, 6ix9ine snitching on him has been the reason he's been sitting in county jail. It stated, he posted a video saying that he was going to go after rapper 6ix9ine and had a firearm posted on his social media with an extension. But this wasn't the only rapper, as 42 Doug did the same thing.
Did the back and forth between 42 Doug and Tekashi 6ix9ine cause the feds to escalate their pursuit of 42 Doug? I would actually say absolutely yes. Let me explain this to you. March 12th is when 42 Doug was supposed to report to the federal prison. It wasn't until April 29th that the feds actually went out and started looking for him. What happened on April 26th and April 27th? The Doug and Tekashi 6ix9ine internet exchange about starting a boxing.
As 42 Doug was telling 6ix9ine to pull up on some real gang members rather than berating Durk's twin, Lil Durk, for snitching on 2 rappers, including his whole 9 Trey Street ensemble. This was 6ix9ine's final straw in his music career, which led to his new, grim reality. As of right now, 6ix9ine has kept something from the public. 6ix9ine was involved in a 2018 theft that led to an $11 million lawsuit. The robbery began when individuals from 9 Trey and 6ix9ine are in New York City, scouting and shadowing Kevin Dozier and Zakita Wanza. Officers from 9 Trey robbed the 2 individuals with guns. It's ironic that 6ix9ine was concurrently filming the entire scenario from a nearby SUV while supporters on the street recorded it on video. When 6ix9ine's lawyer showed up for the court appearance following the lawsuit, he acknowledged that he was broke. My income currently supports myself, the mother and 2 children, my mum and brother. The defendant's pre-inquest files contained a separate declaration from my accountant, Justin Kuby, who is fully aware of my present assets and income sources. I rely on him to provide this court with correct information. I am currently struggling financially, and I doubt that I will ever be able to command the kind of advances I did prior to my imprisonment, which resulted in a stagnation of my career. If the court decides to, in light of the long-term harm and suffering endured by my dependent family members, the compensatory and punitive damages that the plaintiffs are requesting in this inquiry will surely leave me insolvent. According to Justin Cobb, 6ix9ine's accountant, Daniel Hernandez, better known by his stage name Tekashi 6ix9ine, has a net worth of approximately nothing. In addition to being broke, this demonstrates that 6ix9ine only signed record deal advancements, meaning that when he was a money-hungry person who signed every contract because he was only interested in the outlay of funds and didn't care about keeping a small portion of the money from his music streams. When things got out of hand, 6ix9ine was spotted on a Spirit Airlines flight. A fan aboard the aircraft shared this widely shared photo of 6ix9ine traveling in economy to New York, while sporting the famous Shy mask. The economy seats for this flight were $80, and he was flying with 2 individuals.